What's up, fight fans? Geena Lucille here for K2S Combat, and today I'm speaking with the one and only, the Blue King, Robert Hale, who is fighting April 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. Make sure you get your tickets, buy your pay-per-view links. Let's see what the King has to say today.
Okay, there we go.
What's up, bro?
What's up? What's up?
First of all, I'm super pumped to have you on here because our interviews are always freaking awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for another interview.
Bro, in this fight, Atlanta, like in your home state, like people are going to be going crazy for this.
Yeah, this is gonna be a huge turnout, huge turn up, and everybody gonna show out.
I got to ask you, are you still the Blue King? Because on Tapology it says Blue King, but I thought that you told me you wanted to be the King.
Just the King is fine. I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch it up from the Blue King to King.
Okay, well, because you had the awesome hair when I met you, I was like, that is
that
so
might
cool.
come out too. That might.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that might come back out too. So
I'm excited. I mean, you're a performer in and out of the cage, which is so awesome to see. And you've got a lot going on. So I can't wait to talk about fight life, family life, and everything else. But I got to talk to you about something. The last time I saw you, you won the belt. You won the Grand Prix belt for another fight promotion. And my husband fought in that fight promotion, which he lost to Fallon. And you were supposed to fight Fallon because he went to PFL. So I have to hear about this where he should have fought you for the belt. That's how he feels. Because you went to decision with Perry, but honestly, Perry's awesome. Perry's an amazing fighter. But you won that unanimous decision. You pieced him up. You pieced up McDowell. You pieced up everybody that I saw you in the cage. So I mean, that belt is rightfully yours. But my husband, he wanted to fight you for that belt.
I understand. I understand, trust me. When I got brought up to when they brought me up to, I believe it was Kentucky. When they brought me up to Kentucky, I really wanted Chance to win for real. I really thought he was gonna win. Like he wasn't the only one disappointed because I knew Sean Fallon wasn't gonna fight me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, a lot of people don't want to fight you. So it's funny though, Chance really wanted to fight you. He was like, honestly, that would have been one of my most exciting fights.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember you were there. You were wearing that awesome outfit. You and I took that like boomerang together, and I still have it. I'm gonna throw it up here. I'll send it to Mario. That and be like, we were just looking fly as fuck. We were.
That was a great night. Great night of fight.
It was so awesome.
Yeah.
It was a really good night of fights. But actually, he's right here. He's looking at some Versace slide-ons. He's trying to keep up. He's trying to keep up with the fashion, actually.
I understand. I tell him he ain't the only one. I gotta do the same thing. I gotta keep up.
No, but you dress like you're walking down the red carpet always.
So yeah, it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get like
with that money rolling in, I'm gonna get a little wild.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse. Trust me. You're gonna see more great outfits from the Great King.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So like, what are you planning on wearing for? And we want to keep it a bit of a surprise, but what I love about this promotion is the fact that they are celebritizing you guys. They're like giving you guys a platform. They want to film you. They want to put you on TV shows. So like, I got an itinerary, and they want to do like, you're gonna do the pre-show with me, which is super fun because you're awesome to have on. And we want to do, and I was like, man, Robert always has the slickest outfits on. I was like, we need to get him coming out of the big black van, walking in with his entourage, and like really like zhuzh it up,
Yeah.
So give me a little bit of like, what are you gonna be wearing?
Man, I might pull out. I have this all black outfit. I know it's gonna look good on me too. I might have might have to pull out this all black outfit. It kind of curves to the side. It's like hard to explain, but it kind of the shirt. It's not like a plaid shirt, but it's not, and it's semi. It's a little like little silk shirt, none too fancy, but it kind of curves out, and I got the right pants, right shoes to match it. I ain't gonna tell everything, but I'll let you know the shirt is like a little gold. It got a little gold trim around it and stuff. It's gonna look nice.
I gotta say, like that black and gold look is like what's in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for like the K2S Combat, that gritty like iron feeling. So how are you how do you feel fighting for K2S Combat? It's a newer promotion. You know, they're offering good pay. They're offering more Grand Prix for 2024. Your name has already been added to the list that they want on there, which is pretty cool. Little you know, mic drop there. But yeah, I was in that meeting, and how do you feel about it?
I feel good. Of course, this is new promotion, so I'm loving the promotion they're giving us, the promo they're giving us, really loving every aspect about just getting the opportunity to perform in Atlanta and K2 Combat. They right now everything's looking good. Like the West Gate in College Park, like close to home, all my fans, all my like supporters, it's gonna be like that event right itself is gonna be chaotic, but in a good way. Chaotically good in a good way.
Yeah. Like controlled chaos is what I put down in the script, honestly.
Atlanta people can be wild. So
well, it's funny. So we were in a meeting, and a couple of the producers were like, well, if things get a little wild, we'll just cut it back to Geena and we can keep it smooth. And I was like, guys, why are we keeping it smooth? I was like, this is a show. Like, we want to show the people at home. We want to show the networks that this is like on the fly chaos. Like, it's controlled, but it's chaotic. And I want to show people what Fight Night is really about, you know, because it is showcasing your skills. But we have like opening performers like rapping. Like, we have Topside Mob and a couple other guys performing before you guys even fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we've got like, so when the crowd, so like when your friends and family and fans, and I'm going to ask you, like, how many people do you think are coming to support you?
Man,
you always sell out.
Sheesh. Honestly, it's gonna be it's thousands. I want to set that place out for real. I really feel like the support has grown, and everybody really wants to see what happens this year with Robert. They want to see what Robert gonna do. What he been talking, so he been talking this, talking that. What is he gonna do? So I think everybody's gonna come out just to really get that feel of what's about to happen. And Warren Smith is the perfect opponent for this year. This is the perfect opportunity for me to display all of my skills. I honestly been working on the fly. Every fight I've been learning on the fly. It's not like I was groomed into this. Every fight has been a learning experience. Like, whether I win or whether I lose, it's been a learning experience. I've been learning on the fly again, and I'm only getting better. There's no decline in my growth.
No, you're right about that. So when I want to say, when I first met you, you had won a fight, but you were really disappointed.
Yes.
And you were not happy. I can't remember who it was with. Do you remember?
Dan Stidgens.
Yes, it was Stidgens. And you won. And so, you know me, I'm like all bubbly and like, hey, like, what's that? Like, and you're like, man, you weren't cool with your performance. And walking into that fight, I noticed, because I can like read people really well. You had a false, and don't take this the wrong way, but you had a false sense of confidence about you. Like, you were like, I'm gonna fake it till I make it type of confidence. But to others, it came off really cocky and maybe a little conceited. But you had to have that stance to be who you are. And then you fought. You did get the victory. You weren't thrilled about your performance. But then you went and you came back, and I saw, and I told a couple of people this, I was like, whoa, I have seen a 180 in Hale. Like, it's legit confidence. It's legit, like, you came back and you were just a different person. It's like you evolved. Like you went down, like you kind of like broke yourself down. You kind of went into the ashes and you just like rebuilt yourself. And ever since then, and that's almost 2 years ago, you have just exceeded expectations.
I
Where did that come from?
I really just honestly, just being in the gym more, believing in myself, trusting the process, trusting my coaches, and making adjustments to my game, meditating has also led me to a better I guess a self
Awareness.
self-awareness in myself. So, you know, I really been appreciating that. Like, and like I said, I know it's crazy. It's crazy. I know I've been said it before, but this year is really going to be a year that I said it on my Facebook, and I said it, I believe, on my Instagram as well. I was six. If I can get if I don't get a call up to the UFC, and whether I do get a call up to the UFC this year, I plan on at least getting 5 or 6 bodies.
Mm-hmm.
All those bodies are going to be finishes. I plan on showing and displaying how much growth I didn't have. I didn't like got. I didn't want to. I want to show all my skill set, all my hard work. So when I mean I want to get 5 bodies out the way, 6 bodies out the way. That's what I mean. As much as possible.
That's awesome. Well, and it's funny because yeah, your last few wins have been unanimous decisions, so you've gone the distance with these fighters. And so some people say that they want to see the finish, right? Like it's
Yeah,
exciting, it's good for the crowd,
very
it's good for
exciting.
the promotion. But how I kind of feel about it is you've had triple the amount of time in the cage learning and calculating and building that muscle memory in that cage by going to decision and going the distance, where later on it's like those knockouts and those submissions are supposed to come. Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean? Because you're feeling people, like you've felt so many fighters out, and you've gotten over on them on unanimous decisions, not split decisions, but unanimous. So that McDowell fight, like, you could not miss his face in that fight. And I even said that to McDowell. I was like, man, in the back, he's like, obviously he's, just in his feelings. And I
yeah,
was like, you did an amazing job. The fact that you can take that many hits to the head is like unbelievable. And like, no one wants to see that, or no one wants to have that done. And Terrence McKinney, his, corner, was like, yeah, we're just going to work on that. But man, this guy is tough. So it's like, here you are fighting McDowell with Terrence McKinney, UFC vet, in his corner, and you just pieced him up and just didn't miss his face, and you won that unanimous decision. And you hurt him for a while, and that's who you are.
yeah. Of course, my teammates, they all want the finish for me, and of course, I want the finish, but I also like, I like being in there, and I like beating people at their own games. I like
I
actually
could see that.
so dominant that they can't do anything but fight my way, fight my game, and humiliating them on the feet is always a pleasure for me. Um, yeah, my manager has also pushed some finishes. Like they was like, okay, let's stop. Let's actually separate ourselves now. So, and I do want to separate myself. I feel like I'm ways ahead of the competition. I feel like the competition really has nothing on me. So I will, like I said, this year is time to separate myself from the competition, and that's what I will do.
One thing I can see with you is, it's funny that you're caught, like, you're just validating my points in my head, because when I watch you fight, I do see you playing with your opponents like a toy. And at any moment, I always felt like he could take him out. He could, like, but you started toying with them mentally. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like
You do that. You
they
really
push.
mess with people's heads in the cage, because when they counter something, you have three more counters to counter their counter. You know what I mean? So like,
Hmm.
you really stop them and you stump them. And when you know you're winning because you're stumping them, you're like, I'm going to keep doing this. Like,
Yeah,
you do. And you could take them out, but I mean, you do like to humiliate people in the cage.
yeah,
That's exactly, like, you said it, not me, but I was thinking it.
yeah. No, I like to do. I like to, Of course, I want to. Is so when I get to the U, like, if you look at my resume, I fought nothing but tough people. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like, so having the ring time with them, and they're some of some of them guys are UFC caliber, if not already been, in the big times. So I do my ring time with them, and when I get to the UFC, you'll see more flair. And of course, this year really, you're gonna see more flair. You're gonna see more aggression, more being able to, like you said, I have already a counter for the counter, and then, but it'll be with more. It'll be more. To me, I feel like I can really put it in a good way. Just be passionately aggressive, like real passionate with the art, the beautiful art, but real aggressive with when it comes to like getting them out of there. So I just finally just figured this, like I got the switch, and I just basically just can switch it on and off now. So I know that.
I'm excited to see that. And I know a lot of people are going to be excited to see that as well. And one thing you have proven to me, not that I just know, like I'm like, yeah, Robert's, if he puts his mind to something, he does it. So I know that if you say, I'm going to start having more finishes, I'm going to have only finishes, that is what you're going to manifest, and that's what you're going to do.
Got to,
Amazing.
You have to. You got to have, in this sport, you got to believe in yourself. You don't believe in yourself,
no one else will.
No one will. And
don't. They know. I mean, there's a percentage. Like, I mean, obviously, like I've been there. I've felt it, and I'm a female. You know what I mean? So I've been told countless times, you can't do this. You shouldn't do this. You're not gonna do this. So many people said, "What are you doing broadcasting MMA fights? Like, you're not gonna do it." I was like, "Watch me."
Screw you. Yeah.
Screw
you. I'm gonna definitely do that.
But we need more people like you in this world. We need more people who can assert what they want to do, manifest it, believe in themselves, and only focus on themselves. If everyone stopped focusing on what other people were doing and just actually became inspired instead of insecure about what other people were doing and trying to put other people down, they would be, 10 steps ahead of where they were. And that's why you are 10 steps ahead of where you were 2 years ago when I met you. I say 10, I'm probably wrong. You're like 100 steps ahead of where you were. I'm serious. And you have a beautiful wife. You have a beautiful, you have a beautiful family. You're really, again, I love talking to fighters and athletes who are good stewards to their sport. And that's exactly what you are. And you're always coaching, you're helping others grow. Yeah. That is so amazing. And well, I'm kind of leading into something because K2S Combat wants to have more Grand Prix next year. So they're going to do a welterweight. They're probably going to do another lightweight because it's such a stacked division. They might do one of the heavyweight. They're not sure. It's hard to find a lot of heavyweights,
Yeah.
But we're starting I said, what we don't have is a pro debut Grand Prix anywhere, like no tournament. So they want to go and look at a list of fighters who are amateurs, but they've fought tough opponents. They don't have to have an undefeated record. They want to see an improved record, right?
Yeah.
And so they want to put them in a pro debut Grand Prix. So you're making your pro debut for K2S Combat for $50,000.
Oh man.
That's what's up for this industry. Like that's what is going, because a lot of amateurs are padding their records.
Yeah, which is so weird to me. None of my guys, because of me and Rika, my other coach, we want our kids to fight tough opponents as they amateurs. We'll worry about the pro stuff later, but as amateurs, you should fight the tough of the tough. You should fight the best of the best. You should fight, especially if you can get to that. Of course, when you're first starting out, you're gonna fight people on your level. But as you grow, we want you to fight better competition that
have to.
Yeah, that might be better than you, but we still got to try to pull out. We still got to pull out this win.
Because you have to figure out where your holes are as an athlete to improve. If you don't figure out where your holes are, same thing with horses, then you're never going to improve. And failure is not failing. It's just knowing where you fell a little bit in a crack, and you have to fill that crack. And
that's it. And your record. Somebody, you can go 1-13 as an amateur, turn pro, and then be 6-0. Like The amateur record is just what it is. It's amateur. Your record does not stay there. You turn pro now. You don't want to go 1-13 as a pro. That's a lot different.
No, absolutely not. I mean, and that's the thing that they were talking about. So, and I said, what they want to do is for the Grand Prix fighters, anyone who's doing a Grand Prix. So with the lightweight division, they're going to take, they have a house, and they want to take 8 fighters, like 8 amateur fighters that are going to be pro, that are close to their pro record, or doing their pro career. So we take 8 amateurs, we put them in a house. It's kind of like the Contender Series, but a little different.
Like Fighter?
Kind of like the Ultimate Fighter, yeah. So they're putting 8 amateurs who are about to turn pro in this house, and the lightweight finalists are going to be coaching 4 and 4.
Wow.
Right. So then those fighters are going to fight each other in like an Apex type ring with Lance Green announcing, and they're going to win. They're going to win prizes. And then the winner of that gets an automatic card into, it's either the winner and the final, like the 2 finalists are going to go into the Grand Prix for the pro debut.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's crazy as hell.
So it's on, it would be a TV show. It's going to be a TV show. It's being pitched and piloted and everything. And so what they're doing is, so for 2024, I mean, your name's already on the list. You become a finalist in the welterweight division, and you're coaching. Would that be something you'd like to do?
Yeah, I would definitely do that. That would be fun as hell.
Would that be fun?
That would be fun as hell. Definitely.
Yeah. So there's so much going on with this sport. And what I love, like what I'm finding out on the production side, is that networks are hungry for fighting content. They want that new content. They want stuff that's new. And I'm like, guys, you're all looking in the wrong place. You're not looking at the regional level. The guys who are, record ruiners, because the reason why, I mean, part of like my thought process goes, most of you guys that don't get picked up by the bigger promotions, you're either getting, if you do get an offer, you're getting someone who is just like a monster up in weight, or a fight that just doesn't make sense, but they're going to pay you well. So you're like, what do I do? Take the money or fight the bigger guy for, you know what I mean? Just to get my name on a bigger platform. Or they don't want you because the guys that they're trying to build and make money off of, you're going to ruin their record.
All the time. That happens more than you think.
Yeah. There's a whole thing that like people don't understand. Like, I mean, I just watched the UFC. I don't even want to talk about it. Like some of those decisions, like what were the judges thinking? Lee should have won that fight. Like I have a lot.
Macy Barber fight, that was crazy.
Macy Barber. Okay. I am pro like women athletes. But Lee dominated that fight. She dominated Macy. Let's face it. And someone's making money.
I ain't gonna
marketable.
Say that, but yeah, you know that.
It's fine. Hey, say Laura. I was just like Laura. Same thing. It was it was debatable, but it was not.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of, like I said, that's why the saying goes, "Do not leave it in the judge's hands." It's so strong.
I know, because Lee, like she dominated that whole fight. I mean, I was like, I'm sitting there doing my notes on like some fighters, and I was like looking, and I was like, Chance and I we watch fights. It's like religious in our house. It's like
yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, Lee won that fight for sure. And then they said Barber or Macy, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How in the? I mean, I've seen it before, but no disrespect to Macy. I mean, she's an amazing fighter and everything, but
the judges played a part in that situation. Yes.
And then it was so funny because I'm like, I walked in the room the next day. I'm like, I think I want to get my judges. Like, I want to like take all my tests and like, I want to get my license to be a judge. And Chance's like, why? And I was like, I don't know. I just want to know all the rules. Like, I want to know everything. So like, cause I think knowledge is power. And when people like, I'm a woman, I still get all the, I get the things, I get the put downs. So when you can just like whip that out, I like whipping out. Well, I'm a licensed judge. That's why I have this opinion.
Just so I can have an opinion. I got this card.
I got this card. You guys got the belts. You know what I mean? I've got the mic and a card. Choose your weapons. So funny. So actually, okay, what about these celebrity guest hosts? We've got John Keys, Black Rambo. Rambo is such a hoot. Like, I can't wait for you guys to meet him.
Yeah, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Rambo. I heard he's a good guy.
Such a good guy.
And John Keys is a good guy as well. I haven't got to play. I didn't get to meet them.
Oh, you didn't get to meet John at the gym? Okay. Yeah. And Timmy Dunn he's starting his tour season for the country music stuff. He is so good. We're really, really lucky to have such solid performing people on our platform. You know, they love this sport, but they also know the entertainment business. So it was funny because Timmy met with Chance and Trent Knott, and they were talking, and he's like, man, I don't feel so bad. Like, because doing gigs is the same thing as booking fights. Like, you guys have walked in there and gotten paid $6 and $6. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm talking $600, not $6,000.
Yeah,
People think you guys are getting paid like crazy amount of money to do these fights, but you know, you're not. Sometimes some promotions, you know, I mean, there are some that are. I've worked for exceptional promotions, and I love who I work for, but there are other people out there that try to just get you guys to fight for nothing, for pennies.
Like pennies and dimes.
Timmy was saying the same thing. He's like, man, I don't feel so bad for playing my guitar for like $600. You guys are getting punched in the face.
Tell you, it's a different experience, especially fight. We nowadays it's definitely it's talked about a lot for fighters and their worth, what their and knowing their value in the sport. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm not sitting here and telling someone who's like 1 in 8 to be like, I want $5. I mean, you're not gonna get that. But someone who's who I feel like someone who's huge, like a good amount of experience, been to 6 should definitely value and fight for. They shouldn't fight for any less than honestly. Not saying they should ask for a stupid amount, but they should definitely ask for what they're worth. And I think whether and they deserve that, and that's just how it is. I feel like we fighters deserve to we deserve to get paid. Honestly, is we put our bodies on the line. Some fighters put their health on the line. You know what I mean? Especially when it's time to cut weight. So you got our bodies, our health, our families. Some fighters stay away. They move away from their families during fight camps and go and train just for the fight. You know what I mean?
I do.
So I definitely I feel where fighters need to get paid, and I definitely know their worth. I'm beginning to know my worth. More of my worth, not just the beginning of my worth, but definitely more of my worth, and I'm beginning to understand the value of what I do and how much time that it takes away from other situations. Like I said, my family stuff. I don't move away or anything. I'm not gonna do that, but just from training and stuff, it takes time away from me being with my daughter, with my son, with my wife. So yeah, we deserve anything we ask for, honestly.
Well, and that's where good management comes into play. Because a manager can make or break your career.
Yes.
Simple as. And I've seen good management and I've seen terrible management where they just don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care. They just are going to try and book you as many fights so that they can get like their little couple $100, and they've got 100 guys on their roster, and they're just kind of like farming you guys out, and they don't look at the long-term game, And then I've met these other management companies, and some of them are a little smaller, some of them are big, but they are particular. They watch fights. They pick out stylistically what's going to work and what's going to push their fighter to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
They link them up with sponsorships. They do endorsement deals. They do knockout bonuses. Like, I mean, there's
Yeah.
some really good companies that you can get with, you know?
True. True. That's why I'm happy with my management company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got a good one.
Yeah, upgrade. My big brother slash my manager who I started with from since 2016 or 17.
Yeah.
James Penniman. He does everything and beyond, and I can't thank him more than enough. And I'm like I told them already, but I'm grateful for Upgrade for bringing him on, and him bringing me on with Upgrade, and them accepting me, and not just looking at me like a number, and they see me as a person, and they do it. Upgrade does everything that they do stuff just like he does, go above and beyond for their fighters. They're always there. So I just wanted to be just shout out to Upgrade and my big brother James and my manager.
Absolutely. I know James, I've met him, I want to say like a couple times at the fights. He's usually with you.
Always.
Yeah. He
If,
was always really professional, really nice. I
right.
mean, you guys always roll in nice. Like, I mean, you roll in, you're confident, you're there to take the, you're there to take the cookie jar back home with you.
Yes. All the time. That cookie
Always.
jar is important.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me on.
I was really excited to link this up too, because they sent me over a list and they're like, hey, I think we can get these guys. I was like, well, see if they can do it today. And I sent them my opening schedule because I've been just pumping out, just trying to get you guys out there and,
Yeah.
So
Really
no,
appreciate
I'm excited for April 15th. I mean, I've got a couple shows coming up for other promotions before that, but I mean, 5,000 seats, VIP tables, celebrity tables, the mayor's coming.
It's gonna be sold out.
It's yeah. And also like the fact that the ticket links and stuff, so people can't put your name in, but I want them to know that we're really putting this out there, that if they send you a receipt for their ticket that they got, you guys are going to get paid for, compensated for tickets that you sell. So that's extra money on top of that. Because one thing that K2S, they're like, we just don't, newer promotion, they didn't even really know that, the venue could do that. So then when they went back, the venue couldn't change it and didn't want to change it. So we were kind of stuck with that, but they want to make it right. So with, after the fights, you guys can get compensated for whoever shows up for you guys. So
I really appreciate that. I think all the fighters gonna really appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and there's some more network stuff coming in. So I'm just excited with the growth of the company, but not only just the company, but MMA, the world of MMA in general. Yeah. And you guys have been so awesome to work with. Everyone, I'm like a 5-foot little, like I'm a little girl, like I'm a little woman. And I was a jockey. So like, I'm used to smaller men. It's so everyone, they're like, Geena, how is it interviewing these fighters? And I'm like, I mean, like, you guys are so nice, so wonderful to deal with. Like, really, I want to say out of like 100%, I've probably had like 2% where I'm like, are you okay?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of cool fighters, man. I don't want people to go out there and think like we're just brutes or barbaric or nothing. This is a new age. This isn't the Roman times where we're fighting for of course
survival.
We're fighting for glory and stuff, but we're not fighting for freedom. We're not trying to savagely not kill each other. We're not trying to do anything. This is a sport. At the end of the day, it's a sport. You gotta look at it as a sport. Yes, we are prize fighters, but this is the world of MMA is starting to slowly and really truly has already begun to become a sport, and people are recognizing it. A lot of people are recognizing it. A lot of people watch it too.
Yeah. Well, and like boxing, I mean, the different pay grades for boxers and MMA fighters are drastically different.
Yes.
So it's like you look at
like baseball and football.
Yes. Yeah. Crazy difference. So it's like, it's nice to see the more eyes and the more networks and the more advertising you know, for companies to advertise, big Fortune 500 massive companies to advertise with your sport is what's going to essentially really grow and grow that pay, so you guys can not just focus on that one or two promotions that you're like, you know, just praying for that you can get accepted into. There's going to be more avenues to make more money, you know.
Facts.
Yeah,
I'm
but it
looking.
starts with you guys.
Yeah, yeah. I'm cool with paving the way. So when the younger generation they come up, it's not as hard as it is. So I'm cool with doing that. You know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm well aware of what must be done, and hey, somebody's got to do it.
I know. Well, and then that's where I'm so excited for, you know, the Grand Prix to happen in 2024. You be a part of it. Hopefully go the distance. We're going to just speak that into existence so that you can coach one of those younger generation teams to their pro debut, right? And the
Yeah,
TV show, like, get that done. There's a lot to go on. It's a lot happening. So
yeah. I'm
it's fun.
excited for the future. Honestly, I'm 100% excited for this future.
Yeah. Well, Robert, thank you so much for joining me again. I mean, we could talk for hours probably. My husband's over here like doing his little workout thing. He is. He is. But yeah, man, thanks so much for joining me today, and I can't wait to see you. It's only like 16 days away.
I know it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna go nothing but up, up, up. I
Oh
got,
my
got
gosh.
two shout outs I want to do.
Okay.
Can I shout out my sponsor, Get Fit With It? Appreciate Walter for always being there for me. And I want to shout out to my newest sponsor, Motion Mills. My big brother, Marcus, he puts it down in the kitchen. This is, he's already like, he's like, man, I can't really even explain how much of a blessing that him be doing that for me, being in my life. um, if y'all really want great nutritious foods, he is the guy. You can check him out. I'm always I'm always posting him on my Instagram. I'm really honestly probably gonna go ahead and put a link so y'all can see him in my bio. But I'm always posting about him. Every time he's extraordinary. Got great food. Y'all should check him out. If you want to check him out, he's at Motion Mills, at Motion_Mills. Check him out. I promise you won't regret it. And
Oh,
prepared. Be prepared for April 15th. I guarantee you something exciting is gonna happen. Something that only I know, and y'all will find out.
I love it. Because I was going to say, what do you want to say to your fans? They need to get tickets. They need to jump on the bandwagon, get themselves a seat.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. If you don't, I mean, I'm the train always rolling, and the train always gonna accept new guests. But just know, just know, you don't want to hop on this train when it's too late. That's all I want to say.
I like it. We're going to end with that. Robert, thank you so much for joining me today, and we will see you April 15th.
See ya. Thank you.
See ya.